That's right. It's our daily routine now, isn't it? We've definitely seen those showers and thunderstorms develop once again. Most flash flood watches will take us into about 10 o'clock tonight. But for now, most of that moisture is shifting to the east. We're looking live from our Mount Wilson camera. Still plenty of moisture out there. You can see the clouds, and it's a little bit hazy. What's going to happen tonight is we're going to see the shift. We're going to see the return of the marine layer, and we're going to start to see the change in the weather by tomorrow afternoon. But for now, we still have some thunderstorms out there, mainly in San Bernardino County. You can see that where we got the little shades of red, that's where we've got the stronger cells. We're seeing less lightning strikes right now. This is real-time lightning, so the lightning you are seeing, we just got one right there, is what's happening as right now. But what happened about an hour or two ago, I was watching a particular cell. That one produced 165 lightning strikes in an hour. That was right around the border of San Bernardino into Riverside County. So again, quite an active day today, although things are starting to quiet down just a bit. We are still seeing some lightning, but this is pretty much just east of Palm Springs, and that is drifting to the east. So for now, we just have those flash flood watches and advisories in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. So again, it will stay in effect through the nighttime hours. Temperatures still hot out there, still into the 90s in Riverside, triple digits in Palm Springs, high humidity. I'll tell you more about the change in the weather by the weekend coming up. Paul, back to you.
Time now. Switch gears. Talk about a little weather, huh?
Yeah, it's been hot, humid. We've got fires, lightning strikes.
You name it. We've even got some reports of hail and some thunderstorms in San Bernardino right now. Wow. And it's sticky. We've been talking
sticky in here.
Yeah.
Paul has his shoes off.
I do have my shoes off.
Ooh, maybe we can zoom in on that later.
I think not.
Yeah, that's true. But it is steamy wherever you are, indoors, outdoors. It is that humidity, and we are not used to that. A lot of moisture in the air as well because we've got some thunderstorms still, mainly just in San Bernardino County. But we'll take a look at the Doppler radar in just a moment. But first off, we're looking live in Malibu, where this is actually where we're going to start to see the change in the weather along the coast. And when I say change, I mean instead of the heat and the humidity, we are going to be looking at the return of the marine layer, which what means for you is some cooler temperatures. And I know a lot of folks are looking forward to that. We're looking at the Doppler radar right now, and you can see most of that activity is in San Bernardino, Riverside counties. I want to zoom in to San Bernardino because that is where we are seeing most of the activity. In fact, just to the southeast of Barstow, we are seeing this thunderstorm cell. See this little area blue? That means there is a good chance we are seeing hail with that particular thunderstorm. And just above 40, we are also seeing a strong thunderstorm there. So again, we are still looking at some activity in San Bernardino. And again, these thunderstorms could also not only bring hail and lightning, dangerous lightning, but heavy amounts of rain. With these nearly stationary storms, we could see up to 2 inches of rain per hour. And that is why we are still dealing with the flood advisories and flood watches. And that will continue through 10 o'clock tonight, although most of that activity will die down as the sun goes down. Temperatures today, once again, above average, not as hot as yesterday, but it sure feels warm, and that is because of the added humidity. Humidity up to 60%. We're not used to that, and that's why it's feeling even warmer than it is. Look at those temperatures. Still into the low 90s in Riverside, low 80s downtown. Laguna Beach, a nice comfortable 75. But as you head over to Palm Springs, we are still close to 100 degrees there. The winds have started to shift, coming in more out of the west. With that onshore flow, that brings in the marine layer and eventually some cooler temperatures. But for now, this ridge of high pressure is still pulling in all this monsoonal moisture you can see over the four corners of the region. And what that will do is bring in the moisture. We've got the daytime heating, produces more instability, and that's why we've been seeing those thunderstorms develop in the afternoon and evening hours. This ridge of high pressure shifting to the east, and we start to deal more with that onshore flow, which brings in the cooler temperatures, and it also brings in the marine layer. So by this weekend, we'll be back to that routine where we see some morning clouds, but plenty of afternoon sunshine. So a pleasant weather in the forecast and perfect timing for the weekend. But for tomorrow, temperatures still running a little bit above where we should be this time of year. Still hot in the valleys into the mid-90s. And although it will be less of a chance of thunderstorm activity, I still think we will see some activity come the afternoon hours for your Friday. Saturday, Sunday, much quieter. In fact, just sunny skies for most of us. Temperatures still warm, but it is summer, and these are normal temperatures for this time of year. Paul and Pat, back to you. Well, Paul and Pat, the humidity level's up to 40%, so that is good news. We're also looking at some fairly light winds, which is also good news, coming in out of the south and west right around 6 to 7 miles an hour. Temperature staying into the mid-80s. It was a hot day today. Again, humidity is high, and that moisture is always a welcome sight. What is not a welcome sight is the lightning, and most of that activity staying to the east for today. We did have some lightning yesterday, and that very well may have sparked a small fire, but for now, we are seeing most of that activity into San Bernardino County, where there are some reports of hail. I'll have more on the rest of your forecast coming up tonight at 6. Back to you, Paul.
All right.